Good morning everyone, and thank you for taking out time this Saturday morning. See how companies and how businesses use data cloud to transform their value, their revenues, the lead generation. It could be n number of cases. What if you have data coming from n number of sources? How do you unify that data and stitch it against one profile so that you can harness the business value out of it? So that is what we have gathered here for. And with that, I'll hand over to my speakers for the day, and we'll see how to properly use data cloud to make meaningful insights so that that can be used for you and your business. All right, with that, a quick round of applause for both of them. The young ones, it's their first time speaking over here. All right, over to you guys.
Thank you, Ajay, for this warm introduction. So why, let's just start with why we choose this topic, like why we came up with this idea and why we choose that why we should give a seminar on what is data cloud and how data cloud can help you to move your business into revolutionary growth and all these things, like why we choose that. So there is this new buzz going around the market with this newness of this project, newness of this product, like data cloud. Everyone is talking about data cloud, data cloud, data cloud. But some people know about data cloud, the other are just moving with the buzz that it's a great product, it does that, but no one has a clarity of how it could be useful for a business so that it can transform the business into a much more greater potential. That's what we are going to discuss in this particular seminar. So my name is Ankit Singh Chauhan. I am a Salesforce functional consultant. I am working at Horizontal. I have been in the Salesforce ecosystem for last 2 years.
I am Hani Agrawal, Salesforce technical consultant, working with Horizontal for the past 1 year. And now let's begin with discussing today's agenda. Over to Ankit.
Yeah. So in today's agenda, we're gonna talk about what is data. Like we'll start with with the base, like what is data, and then we're gonna move forward with what is a data does. How data does create a challenge for a business, how data cloud resolve the data does and create that data does into a business goal. Then we are going to have a live demo also for a data cloud, like how data cloud is, what is data cloud, how data cloud work, what are the insights, what are other things in a data cloud, and then we are going to open the floor for a Q&A. So you guys can go and ask as many questions as you want, and then we will answer it all. So for my definition of data is like every like and comment we have on a social media. Every customer or every person who is liking or commenting on any post or any video or any reel is a data. And why every like and comment is important? That shows the behavior of the people, like how people are behaving, how people are reacting to something. That is a data. Every search on a search engine is a data, because every search shows what is relevant, what is not relevant, what are people searching of, what is the relevancy of what people are searching of. Every AI generated content, nowadays AI is quite a buzz. This AI generated content is adding into our data pool day by day, second by second. So this is also a data for me. And every customer interaction, at every point the customer is interacting with you at every single point. If I go to a retail store and if I am talking to a service guy there, that is also a form of a data. If I giving them some kind of a feedback, that is also a data for me. So data is not limited to, as Vishal said, data is not limited to digital data only. Data is can be anything. It could be a written thing on a piece of paper, or it could be a digital form, or it could be a binary format data also. Data could be anything, and many more. Now let's talk about what is data does. So we are collecting data from every source. It could be e-commerce, it could be mobile app, it could be POS, it could be any interaction point you are collecting data. Now oftentimes this data is fragmented, unstructured, and is stored at different places. This data is sitting in a silo in a corner, providing no to none value or very little value to a business. That's what a data does is. It's providing no value to a business. Data is there with the business, but it's providing no value to them. So that's a data does for them. Now Now we are going to like discuss like what are the challenges of this data loss. Like if a business have a data loss, what are the challenges they are facing? The first challenges they are facing is fragmentation. The data is very fragmented. It's scattered all over the places. It doesn't have a single source of truth. Data is not in a place where a business can find an insight out of that. Second is inconsistency. Like data is so inconsistent. Like one instance, a person name is stored as John Doe. A second instance is stored as Jonathan Doe, and at a third instance is stored as J Doe. Now this inconsistency in a data is business is unable to create a unified profile for it. Let's give you an example of it. Let's say if you have a customer who is coming to a retail store and you save their information, and now they give you a different mobile number and different email. Now they go to their home and buy the same product on a retail store. Now you don't have an idea because they are giving a two separate information in two different places. You don't have an idea that this is the same customer who is buying from my retail store and who is buying from a e-commerce store. So that's where there is an inconsistency in the format, because you are storing data in two different places. You don't have a unified profile over it. You don't know this is the same customer who is being a loyal customer to you and is buying from a retail store also and from an e-commerce also, and that's where the problem is. You are not able to serve them properly. And third is underutilization. This data is available to you, is at your place, you can utilize it and you can have a great potential out of this data, but this is underutilized because this is a data dust, because it's scattered, it is not consistent, and it's providing no to none value to a business. That's the problem, and it's making hard for a business to take a decision out of it. Because how can I take a decision out of it? Because even if I don't have an understanding of a data. So let's take an example of a company. This is a fictional company, not a real company. So let's take an example of a Cubicle Craft. So now Cubicle Craft has an e-commerce store. They have a mobile application. They have a point of sale, or we can say a retail store. So now they are collecting different kind of a data from all the places. Let's say for an e-commerce store, they are like getting their online purchases, their transactional data, their customer review. For the mobile application, they are getting like in-app purchases, their customer interaction, what our customers they are reacting to. Even if you are launching some kind of a discount on your mobile apps, like brands do this, right? If they start with their mobile business kind of a thing, they give you some kind of a discounts and all this thing onto this if you only shop from their mobile application and all. And let's say they are also getting customer feedbacks and other kind of a data from their POS store. Now this is a different kind of a data you are getting from all different kinds of places. It's stored and is scattered all around the places. Now you don't have a unified profile over it, and you cannot take a decision over it that how this data could be useful and how I can utilize it. Now let's say elaborating it in a more, like let's say they are storing their B2C data in Salesforce CRM, okay, and they have like transactional data, customer data, their online purchases data and all this data. They have their in-store data which is stored maybe in a different system, maybe in a AWS S3 bucket, and they have their marketing interaction. They are sending promotional and transactional mail to their customer is reacting over it, and they are storing in the marketing cloud. Now this data is stored in different locations right now. So now what are the challenges Cubicle Craft is facing, or what are the questions they are asking? Data is stored at different location. How can I utilize the data? How we can create a value out of our data? How we can create a unified profile of the customer? How we can provide a personalized experience? Or how we can increase the productivity by providing our agent the right data? How we can give the value to our loyal customer? Or how we can predict the customer behavior and forecast trends? These are the genuine questions I guess every business is asking right now, because they have the data with them, but this is the questions that is bogging them at night also. So now let's deep down more into the business. Let's take a persona from a business. So we are taking a persona of Vishal. So now Vishal is a loyal customer of Cubicle Craft. He is a working professional. He is being a loyal customer of the Cubicle Craft. He shops from e-commerce. He also goes to like physical store, and he also have a mobile interaction too. He is also buys from the mobile application. So now this is the whole detail of Vishal. Like when he does like B2C interaction, he buys electronics item, he buys home items and other things. Even his record is saved like in a three different format in all the three different places. Do you see a challenge over here? Like what the challenge business is facing? And this is an issue I face personally. I have gone to a physical or retail store for a brand. I will not name the brand. They gave me some loyalty points. I asked them if I'm going to redeem these loyalty points from if I purchase online from their e-commerce or from their mobile application. They said no. This is the loyalty points just given to you when you purchase or when you buy from the retail store. So they are anyway like forcing me to come to retail store, but I just want to sit at my home and just buy products online. So I'm not able to utilize those loyalty points which I earned from them. And maybe this could be for any XYZ reason, but this is a problem, this is a challenge customers are facing right now. So what challenges Vishal is facing is he's not able to find discounts and offer on e-commerce and POS. When you go to retail store, he's not able to find the discounts because he's a loyal customer, still he's not able to find the discounts or he's not getting like the offers he should get being a loyal customer to Cubicle Craft. He is not getting personal recommendation or personalized recommendation because the data is all over the places. He is not getting the personalized recommendation. He likes shirts, but he is getting the ads for pants. What he will do for pants? If you wanna serve your customer, you have to show them recommended ads, right? He is not getting recommended personalized recommendation and all these things. There is no accurate or on-time service to the Vishal. He calls and the people talking to them, asking them, you just buy it from retail store. They only know that he's buying from the retail store, he's buying from the online purchase. So they don't have a personalized data over it. Unable to find a single item many times. He is trying to search the items in an e-commerce and a mobile application. Other than he should get a recommendation out of it, right? Now we are going to move forward with the solutioning part. This is more of a challenging part. We discuss like what are the challenges, what is the data dust is, how data dust is collected into the silos and how it is not being utilized by the businesses. And now we are moving forward with the solutioning part, like how businesses can utilize data cloud to make this data dust into a business goal. That was our like topic of our seminar, like how data dust can be changed into a business goal. So now I would like to call Hani, my co-speaker, on the stage so that he can talk about more of the solutioning part for data cloud. So
thank you, Ankit, for setting up this stage. Now let's see how data cloud actually solves the problems we have earlier discussed, like managing data across multiple silo touch points, preventing customers from having duplicate accounts or duplicate identities, or getting the data into single system. With this, let's move ahead. The data sources is the first step to getting the data into data cloud. So according to you, where can you store your data? Data sources can be any place where your customer data resides. Your customer data could be residing into a CSV sitting on your laptop, or it could be any third-party legacy systems like SAP, Oracle, or it could be third-party cloud storage providers like Amazon AWS or Azure Data Lake. Salesforce offers multiple out-of-the-box connectors through which you can bring in your customer data into data cloud. If your system doesn't support any connector, you have MuleSoft Anypoint so that you can bring in your data seamlessly. Once, let's see what are the available data sources for Cubicle Craft. Cubicle Craft stores their POS data into AWS and marketing engagement into Marketing Cloud. And their customer data from B2C site is stored into Salesforce CRM. For now, all of the data sources are siloed. None of them are having any connectivity and their data is not getting across the systems. So they are underutilizing that data. Once we have a connection established, we can move ahead with data ingestion. Since we have a connection with the source system, we can bring in the data using data streams. These are few of the terms you would come across into this session or when you start working with data cloud. Data stream, data lake object, data model objects. Data stream is the connection which you establish with the source system. It's just the configuration, how you are pulling in the data, when you will be pulling in the data, what data would you be pulling in. Data stream just configures that. The actual data resides into data lake objects, and once you have data lake, once you have data into data lake objects, You just need to harmonize the data to get a better view into data model objects. We will take up data model objects in next slides. We are ingesting the data from Marketing Cloud, B2C system, Salesforce CRM, CSV from the historical data, and Amazon S3. That's how pretty much the cubicle craft architecture looks like for data ingestion. After ingestion, all the data is into a single platform and we can utilize the data. Once we have the data pulled into our system, we need to harmonize the data. Harmonizing the data basically means normalizing the data which we have coming from different systems. Since the systems we have could have multiple implementation, like for example, let's take up a data table where we have a field named email and another data table where we have a field named email address. There could be two approaches to use this data into our system. One could be creating two multiple fields named email or email address, and one could be creating a single field email and use the data from both the source data tables, and that is what we call harmonization. Using multiple different convention from source system to our customer 360 data model we have into Data Cloud. We would be seeing this more into the live action. Next is unification, which is the heart of Data Cloud. This is where we resolve multiple identities into a single entity into Data Cloud to create a holistic 360-degree view of customers from across the systems. This is done using identity resolutions. We have to configure few of the match rules as per the business need. Business might need tightly coupled unified profiles where they don't want to lose any customer entity and merge each one of them. In that case, we must have multiple match rules matching the business needs. If the business needs loosely coupled unified profiles, we can move ahead with lesser number of matching rules. What are match rules exactly? There are multiple match rules available, but let's first discuss about exact normalized and fuzzy matching rules. Like we have seen earlier, we had three records for Vishal Soni, V Soni, and Vishal S. If we use fuzzy names here, we would have all of these different user records unified into a single one with fuzzy name. Fuzzy name uses less precision names and creates a unified view of user matching from their first name, last name, or could be any other field too. And if we see exact normalized, we would match the below emails. Like exact normalized would normalize all of this email and create and view the email as the last one. It would remove all the abstract data from that, like the angular brackets, spaces, or apostrophes. That's how matching rules actually work. This is the overall architecture how Data Cloud actually works till unification. Let's see, we had these three different data sources: CRM, Marketing Cloud, and AWS. We pull in the data and create data lake objects where the data actually resides, and after that we have to normalize the data to the customer 360 data model of Data Cloud, where we get all the data into data model objects. And once we have the data into data model objects, we move ahead with configuring the matching rules. Once the matching rules have been configured and identity resolution runs, we create some match, the system creates some match groups and the unified profile is created, where we would have stitched the customer record from across all the systems and have their transactional and other related data like loyalty or order data from across the systems like B2C and in-store purchases. Once we have a holistic 360 view of the customer, we can act on the data. By acting upon the data, I mean we can create AI predictions on that using Einstein AI model builder, and we can bring our own model, which could be at SageMaker or some other third-party tool. We can connect to those models and use our data there, or we can create business intelligence over there. By business intelligence, I mean creating calculated insights, and we can use this unified data to send personalized campaigns or emails from Marketing Cloud as well. We can create segments and send the data to the Marketing Cloud. Let's see how we can enhance the data with insights. We can create calculated insights using Builder, which is an interactive or point and click tool from Salesforce, where we have to create calculated insight like flow builder. Like we use flow builder, we can create calculated insight using builder, or if you are well versed with SQL, you can create insights using SQL too. From discussing the data cloud, let's see all of it in action. Once you have your data cloud set up, you can visualize your system like this using CRM analytics. This is where data stream is created. Once before creating data streams, you must identify your source systems and connect to your source system for a seamless connectivity. These are few of the configuration which Salesforce offers out of the box. We have connected Marketing Cloud. You just need to fill up some credential form and Marketing Cloud is connected. We have Salesforce CRM connected, and into more connectors you could see there are Google BigQuery, SFTP and Amazon S3. For now, for our demo, we are just using Amazon S3. There are multiple other connectors which you can connect to your source system. No, we could not create any connector into data cloud. There are multiple data connectors. If your source system doesn't support any of this connector, you can use programmatical approach, which is ingestion API. You could see here, this is another example of connector. You can use programmatical approach. Just data cloud provides their endpoint and you can configure it into your system. This is a near real-time example of bringing in the data, and this is also a streaming ingestion. Once you have your connector set up, you navigate back to the data stream, and from new button you can create your data stream, where you just need to select your data source, next, and select the org you have created. I'm demoing for Salesforce org for now. Here you can see your starter bundles. These are few of the starter bundles which Salesforce offers out of the box. Using this, you would not have to map any data, which we talked about in harmonization part. We will see this in more detail later. This is another org. Your Salesforce offers multiple out of the box connectors like B2B, D2C, field service core, loyalty and others. And these are the objects which are included in this data bundle. These from here you can configure the fields which you want into your system, and if there are some fields which are not required in your system, you can just uncheck here. For now, I have created few of the data streams. Let's view them. This is a data stream from Salesforce CRM. As I earlier discussed, data stream is just the configuration part where you configure the details to pull in data from the source system. We configure details like refresh mode, when will be the refresh happening, and what would be the frequency of refresh. Like here it is batch and the refresh mode is absurd. Refresh mode could be full refresh if you want your data to be refreshed fully with each refresh. This is how a data stream looks like. Now moving ahead, once we have our data stream created, we have associated data lake object automatically created when the data stream is created. Here you can see this type of data stream is already created. We have same fields as we had in our data stream. Once we have our data lake object and everything ready, we move ahead with mapping, which is the process of harmonization. As we spoke earlier, like we have email and email address mapped to a single field email. This is how mapping looks like into data cloud. This is the source system, or this is the source data stream we have. We just need to drag a field from here to wherever we want to map. These are data model entities or data model objects. That's altogether a different topic to understand how and where should we map these source system fields to data model objects. Since we have multiple data model objects provided by Salesforce, we can create a custom if that doesn't fits to our needs. This is how data model objects or relationship between data model object looks like. There are these many data model objects available. This is an individual which we refer, which in CRM we refer to contact, and in Marketing Cloud we refer as subscriber. Once identity resolution is run and unified profile is created, we get an unified individual DMO automatically created derived from the individual DMOs. Let's see the identity resolution. How does it looks like into the org? This is one simple identity resolution created, and this is there's just a single matching rule with fuzzy name and normalized email. Fuzzy name would unify the customer having similar name and normalized email. Normalized email, as we saw earlier, both were into a single rule, and these rules are in AND condition. Let me know if you have any understanding issue with AND and OR. These are in AND condition. The profile would only unify if all of these three conditions are satisfied. So if we take an example, if some two person have single name, they won't be unified until and unless they would have similar email or same email. Let's see what else could be the matching rule. These are some more matching rules, and these are in OR condition. If this condition is not satisfied, and then the identity resolution checks with this condition, which is fuzzy name and normalized email, or fuzzy name and normalized phone, or we could have all of this in single, like fuzzy name, normalized phone, normalized email. That's how pretty much identity resolution works. Once we have customer profiles, we can view those profiles into 360 data model here. This is Vishal's customer profile. We would see a better view also, but this is what Data Cloud offers. Here you can see individual coming from different data sources and their unified contact point email and contact point phone. If they have multiple phone numbers and emails, they would be available here. Let's see more better view. This is how it looks like into the Data Cloud. Here we have used AI model builder, which is out of the box given by Salesforce, and we have created an AI model to find out propensity to churn for a customer across the businesses. We have all the case related data from Vishal, we have all his orders from B2B, POS, B2B and different systems. We have his website engagement data where he have visited it. We have his product browse engagement, email engagement, whatever email we have sent to him, has he opened, sent, what is the current view of that email. We have his user activities, like what did he brought from point of sale system and what email we have sent him. He hasn't bought something from online store since it is not appearing here. That's how we can see the customer 360 view across different data systems. And after that, we have calculated insights. These are few of the calculated insights we have already created. Calculated insights are aggregated data from different data sources, be it with their transactional data, be it with their customer satisfaction score. Customer could be giving 5-star rating at their POS system, and the customer could be giving 2-star rating on the online store, but this business wouldn't know what overall customer satisfaction score is for their customer. So you can aggregate those customer satisfaction score from all over the systems into Data Cloud, and you could have their customer lifetime value as well. Their total purchases into the POS system could be 10,000 and their online purchases could be 100,000. The business would know when Vishal visits their in-store, the business wouldn't know that Vishal is valuable customer for them, because they would be only knowing that that his purchase is only 10,000. But overall, if we see his purchase is 110,000. So with calculated insight, you can aggregate all the data across multiple data points and have a better view of your customer to better serve him online and as well as offline. They can act upon the data, predict their future buying trends, or they can analyze the purchasing history of the customer. What changes for Vishal? Vishal now gets personalized emails based on the purchase across multiple business channels they are buying, be it being in-store purchase, be it be online purchase. They get personalized offers based on those data systems, and they get a on-point service when they visit their in-store, because the sales rep there knows what Vishal is for the business, what Vishal is buying online, and they get a better holistic view of Vishal. But now let's come to the conclusion, how Data Cloud can change data dust to business gold. by bringing in all the data and creating a holistic 360 view of customer, so that the business would know better of their customer throughout the business channels.
Yeah.